Yo, what up, y'all? Man, I'm just about to dive right into it, y'all. Man, listen, Sony is really showing out. Now, they're telling the regulators, right? Call of Duty is so big, right, that they cannot survive without Call of Duty. They need Call of Duty money to make other games. Meaning that if Call of Duty somehow leaves in 10 years, right, they just will go under. They will sink to the bottom of the ocean like Titanic. Now, I know cap when I see it. And how Sony survived the PS1 era without going under. Call of Duty wasn't even invented yet. So all of a sudden, every AAA banger that Sony got, right, is funded by Call of Duty. Just magically. This article never came out. This story never came out. Oh, they were throwing out all type of numbers. Oh, Call of Duty is the biggest game in gaming history. God of War selling like hotcakes. Spider-Man selling like hotcakes. But now they can't survive without Call of Duty. Now the CEOs, the boss man, you know, and Uncle Phil had the contract on the table for Sony to sign it. They didn't want to sign it. They said, no, we're going to wait. We're going to hold off. We're going to try to get a better deal. But they still want the marketing rights. That's what it all boils down to, people. Those Decepticons over there at Sony, you cannot please them because they are spoiled. They feel entitled. And they have these gigantic egos over there. They're at the top of the mountain. They never had no pushback from any company like this before. Nintendo was doing their own thing. And then when they knocked Sega off the map, now they try to knock Xbox off the map. Now Uncle Phil is like, wait a minute. I don't want to go nowhere. I'm going to create my own brand. I'm going to create something that I know that is going to give Sony a run for their money, and that is Game Pass. Because we're going to go to a place that we know Sony can't go. And that's the cloud. Now you may have hardware sales, you may sell more PS5s, but from what they're saying, the hardware that actually PS5 isn't really making Sony much money. It's the games and the microtransactions, the DLCs, the marketing rights, everything that drives everybody into buying all the accessories and everything. But the actual PS5 ain't really making them the bag. So if that's not really making you the bag, is Sony really better than Xbox? Because the engagement for Game Pass and Xbox is a lot higher than PS5. But those Decepticons, they don't want to talk about that. The phony ponies, the fanboys, they don't want to say that. Now, we're going to jump over to this VR2. From what I'm hearing, VR2 is about to flop. You know what I'm saying? It's already having issues. People are having blurry screens and stuff like that of that nature. Their controllers are breaking left and right. People don't know what's going on. Like I said before, Sony is a premium, cheap built console. So if you think you're going to get a PS5 and it's going to last decades, I really doubt it. I highly doubt it. Now you can't even stand the PS5 up, because if you stand it up, you're liable to break it due to the liquid inside of it. Now that is just crazy. You're paying from $600 to $1,000 for a PS5, depending on what country you live in, and if you want the VR2. Now this is just a shame, guys, because we've been going over this week in, week out, how Sony have been stealing from their own fan base. How you gonna make the PS5 cheaper but charge more money for it? For this frame drop plastic box remake station. That's the whole generation is going to be about remakes and trying to get over on their fan base. These are the things that they don't want to bring up in court. I'm telling you, man. You see what I'm saying? It's going to come a point in the time where they're going to have to sign that contract, or Call of Duty is just going to come to PlayStation year by year, and then Xbox is probably going to slowly make it go exclusive. So you may just have 3 years left of Call of Duty on PlayStation if Sony don't get it together. Man, this is just sad that every time, bro, it's like every day is something new comes out about lying, crying Jim Ryan and Sony. All of the CEOs, they over there, they're mad. You know, they're complaining to the CMA, to the EU, to the UK about how they cannot make it without Call of Duty. This is the biggest blockbuster. This is the biggest AAA banger in history. Nothing can compare. They can put all of the PlayStation, every last AAA banger that PlayStation makes, from Spider-Man to God of War and down, Uncharted, everything. Nothing is going to outsell Call of Duty. Nothing is bringing in the money, the revenue that Call of Duty is. So they say without that game, they can't make it. You know, and I'm thinking to myself, Sony, for the 10,000th time, right? Xbox have told y'all that they're ready to sign a contract for 10 more long years. Now, if you can't create another gold mine by 10 years, and you have all of these fanboys and Sony ponies backing Jim Ryan up, telling him that he can't do anything wrong, and they're just waiting to support it, right? They support PS5, right? They were selling like hotcakes, right? So what's the problem? At this point, like, for real, what is the problem? These donkeys over there acting up. They're all on Twitter bragging about they got the best box, and now they're crying about exclusive. They're talking about Redfall and Starfield is not really a true Xbox exclusive game. Like, it's not supposed to truly be just on Xbox after they bought Bethesda. So you mean tell me, so here on out, from Bungie, whatever Bungie makes, it's supposed to come to Xbox too? I doubt it. I really only thing that will probably continue to be on Xbox, and that'll probably be Destiny 2. Outside of that, and once they start supporting that game, even if it shuts down or whatever they decide to do with Destiny 2, if they move on to Destiny 3, or they just continue to make it another Fortnite, because it may not be a good thing to make a Destiny 3. Just keep Destiny 2 and just keep doing add-ons. You know, keep refreshing the game. Don't try to move on and then the game collapses and then it does bad, because once people get used to something and they don't invested all that money into that game, like Fortnite come up with Fortnite 2, it might not do as good because people don't spend hundreds and probably even thousands of dollars into this game. So why would you want to just jump to the next one and you just like, whoa, time out? And that's the same thing with GTA 5. Now, you didn't hear them saying anything about that, but I have a really gut feeling telling me if this deal does not go through, I think Uncle Phil and Xbox have something, you know, in their back pocket. I think they have something that they want to announce, because they said they're not done. They're not done. So you can imagine GTA 6, GTA 7 gonna be exclusive to Xbox. Red Dead Redemption, 3, 4 gonna be exclusive. You know, you never know. They may buy Rockstar, because if this deal doesn't go through, somebody wants to be bought. EA, you know, Ubisoft, Square Enix, somebody else is going to want to do that deal because they see all that money on the table. And you know, a lot of these studios are already down bad, right? So I think I'm gonna leave it right there, man. But you guys already know what to do, man. Make sure you guys smash that like, that subscribe button, click that notification bell.